Hello, everyone. Tonight we are going to take a gentle journey together, a quiet path into the soft spaces of your own soul. You may already feel the stillness beginning to settle. The light in the room is dim. The outside world is far away now. You're here, just you, just this moment. And me whispering gently from the other side, like an old friend sitting nearby with a soft lantern and a warm blanket. Let's be honest, letting go isn't easy. Even the idea of it can be unsettling. What does it really mean to let go? Does it mean giving up? Does it mean forgetting what matters? Or is it something quieter, more sacred, like opening your hand after clenching it for too long? So before you get too comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly enjoy what I create here. And if you feel called, share your location and local time in the comments. I'd love to know where in the world you're listening from tonight. Now, turn off the lights. Maybe turn on a fan for some gentle noise, and let's embark on tonight's journey together. You've been carrying so much, haven't you? Not just the big things, not just the obvious stress, the visible demands, but the invisible weight, the kind no one else sees. Expectations, guilt, regret, tiny shames, lingering what-ifs, heavy should-haves. You carry them in your shoulders, in the small tightness in your chest, in the way you sometimes forget to take a full breath. And tonight, we don't need to fix any of that. You're not here to solve yourself. You're here to see, to gently notice what's been tucked beneath the surface, to look without flinching, to breathe through it. You might not even realize just how tightly you've been holding on, maybe to a person, a story, a belief, maybe even just a version of yourself you're scared to release. And there's no judgment here. We all hold on. Because somewhere deep down we think that if we loosen our grip even just a little, we'll fall apart, disappear, break open beyond repair. But what if that isn't true? What if it's in the soft opening, the slow release, that we finally come home? Close your eyes now if you haven't already. Let your body melt just a little deeper into where you are. No need to change anything. No need to do. Just notice, where is the tightness? Maybe your jaw, maybe your hands, maybe you're holding your breath without realizing it. Now, soften it, just a little. You're not forcing relaxation, you're inviting it. And as you begin to relax, listen to the sound underneath the silence. Can you hear it? It's the quiet murmur of your mind gently resisting the moment. It says, we should be doing something. It says, we're wasting time. It says, this isn't enough. But what if it is? What if right now this moment is enough? The Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. So instead of chasing peace outside yourself tonight, just sit with what is already here. Sit with the weight. Sit with the breath. Sit with the quiet sadness that lingers behind the day. You don't have to name it. Just be with it. You don't have to let go all at once. You don't have to know how. You only have to stop holding tighter. And sometimes even that is a lot. So let's slow down together, one thought at a time, one breath at a time. Letting go of control doesn't mean you're helpless. It means you're allowing this moment to be what it is, allowing yourself to be what you are, tired, healing real. Because sometimes the soul just wants to be heard. Let's try something. Bring to mind something you've been holding on to, not to fix it, not to dissect it, just to see it. Hold it in your awareness, like a delicate glass bowl. You don't need to shatter it. You don't need to drop it. Just loosen your fingers. Notice how it feels to let the pressure ease. Notice how the breath moves more freely when you do. That's it. That's the practice. Not dramatic, not flashy. Just gentle presence. Just Vipassana, the art of seeing things as they really are. You don't have to earn your peace. You are peace. You've just been too loud inside to feel it. And that's okay. That's why we're here. Let's stay a while longer. There's a place inside you that's never been damaged, never been touched by shame or regret or disappointment. It's quiet, still, like the bottom of the ocean, untouched by surface storms. And though you may forget it exists, it's always been there, waiting. In Vipassana, we don't run away from pain, we sit with it. We breathe with it. Because healing doesn't come from turning away. It comes from turning inward, gently with kindness. You've been taught to fix everything, to analyze, to strive, to improve. But tonight, I want to invite you to do nothing, to simply observe. That tiredness in your chest, it's not weakness. That heavy breath, it's not failure. It's just your body asking for your presence. So breathe with it. In and out. No force, no control, just flow. And if thoughts rise, as they will, don't chase them. Don't follow the stories. Just watch them like clouds in the sky. You don't need to grab them. You don't need to push them away. They're just passing. And the more you sit, the more you'll see. Not every thought is worth believing. Not every emotion is a truth. Sometimes your mind will whisper, "You'll never be okay. You're too far behind. You're not enough." But listen closely. Those are just echoes. Old echoes. They don't belong to the present moment. They don't belong to you now. You're here, now, and that's already enough. Let's come back to the breath again, not to escape, but to arrive. Each inhale I see. Each exhale I let go. Not in a dramatic way, not with fireworks, but like leaves falling from a tree. Quiet, certain, natural. There's no rush here. Healing has no deadline. Sometimes, the deepest growth looks like stillness. Can you feel it? That subtle sense of coming home to yourself. The tension softening. The thoughts slowing. The space between the stories getting wider. You're remembering who you are beneath all of it. And maybe tonight, for the first time in a long while, you can sit with the unfinished parts of yourself. Without needing to fix them, you can let go of needing to be okay. And just be. That's the heart of this practice. Not to become someone else, but to come back to who you've always been. Let's rest there for a while. Listen to the stream, sounds around you. Let the rhythm of the water guide your breath. Let it remind you, nothing in nature hurries. The river doesn't force its way. It flows. And so can you. You're allowed to take your time. You're allowed to feel tired. You're allowed to just be. No pressure, no expectation, just presence. And if your mind starts to wander again, that's okay. Gently, kindly, bring it back to this sound, to this breath, to this quiet. You're doing it, even if it feels like nothing's happening. Something is. Every breath is a soft return. Every moment of awareness is a seed planted. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll wake up and realize you're not holding on so tightly anymore. You'll look back and realize the weight has shifted. Not because you forced it, but because you stayed. You stayed with yourself, with the breath, with the silence. You gave your soul the one thing it's been longing for: your presence. Let's stay here a little longer. Just you. Just the stream. Just the letting go. There's a gentle kind of strength that arises when you no longer try to control everything. Not the world, not your thoughts, not even your healing. Just imagine that. No more gripping, no more proving, just existing with tenderness. Vipassana isn't about escaping life. It's about embracing it just as it is, the joy and the sorrow, the clarity and the confusion, the stillness and the storms. You might be thinking, but I still feel heavy. I still feel lost. That's okay. Letting go doesn't always feel like peace at first. Sometimes it feels like emptiness. Sometimes it feels like grief. Because you're saying goodbye to who you thought you had to be. You're unclenching parts of yourself that have been tight for years. And that takes time. It takes softness. It takes trust. So if tonight you don't feel healed, if you still cry, or if you fall asleep partway through, that's perfect too. Because healing isn't a moment, it's a direction. And you're already walking it. Every breath, every pause, every time you choose to stay present instead of running. That's the practice. Let's breathe again. Inhale, slowly. Exhale, gently. Feel the rise and fall, not just in your chest, but in your entire life. You're not broken. You're unfolding. Can you feel the difference? You've survived so much, and you've done it often without being seen, without being held, without being told, it's okay to rest now. So hear this. It is okay to rest now. You don't need to carry it all anymore. Let the breath carry some of it. Let this silence carry some of it. Let this night carry some of it. No need to rush back into who you were. Tonight, you can just be. No mask, no striving. Just the quiet truth of your own enoughness. That's what Vipassana teaches us. That underneath the noise, there's clarity. Underneath the chaos, there's peace. And beneath everything else, there's you. The real you. The unshaken one. The calm witness. The breath itself. So if your thoughts still return, let them. If tears come, welcome them. They're not interruptions. They're invitations. Let them wash through you. Not to erase you, but to reveal you. You are not here to be perfect. You're here to be present, to listen, to return again and again and again to this moment, this breath, this awareness. And the more you do, the more natural it becomes. Like coming home after a long journey, like remembering a melody you used to hum in childhood. You already know this piece. You've just forgotten the way back. So tonight, let your body remember. Let your soul settle. Let everything else fall away, one gentle breath at a time. You are safe here. You are welcome here. You are enough exactly as you are. Let that be the mantra that wraps around you like a soft blanket. I am here. I am still. I am free to let go. You don't need to go anywhere else. Everything you need is already inside you. Let the night hold you. Let the stream soothe you. Let the silence be your companion. And if sleep comes, let it come like a blessing. No need to say goodbye. Just let go. Breathe. Be. Rest. There's something sacred about staying. Staying with the moment. Staying with the discomfort. Staying with yourself. Most of us were taught to escape, to distract, to fix. But what if peace doesn't come from fixing anything? What if it comes from simply staying long enough to see things clearly? That's the beauty of Vipassana. You're not doing it to become someone new. You're doing it to stop abandoning who you already are. So, here we are, just sitting, just breathing, just being. You might be wondering, but what do I do with all this pain? And I'd say, what if you didn't need to do anything with it? What if the pain doesn't need to be pushed away? but instead, gently witnessed. Pain is like a child crying in another room. If you ignore it, it gets louder. If you scold it, it hides. But if you sit beside it without judgment, it slowly begins to soften. Tonight, we're not fixing anything. We're listening. Let's return to the breath again. Soft, slow, without urgency. Each inhale a welcome, each exhale a surrender. You are safe to feel. You are safe to let go. You are safe to rest. And if the mind resists, that's okay. That's its habit. It wants to protect you. It wants to keep you from feeling too deeply. That's not wrong. It's just misguided love. So say thank you to the mind, then return to this stillness, to this breath, to this moment. Let go of needing this to be profound. Let go of hoping this will change everything overnight. Let go of measuring your progress. You are not a project. You are a presence. When you look at the moon, you don't ask it to shine brighter. You just let it be. You can do that with yourself too. Just let yourself be. Still. Simple. Here. There's nothing to chase, nothing to prove, nothing to hide. Only this inhale, this exhale, this quiet rhythm of being alive. If your heart feels heavy, place your hand over it. Feel it beat. That's your body saying, I'm still here. I'm still trying. I still love you. Even after everything. Even after the chaos and the noise and the losses and the trying, your heart still beats for you. Let that sink in. You don't have to earn that rhythm. It's already yours. It's already enough. Now breathe with your heart. Let the inhale be a gift. Let the exhale be a release. Maybe even whisper softly, I release what no longer serves me. And again, I release what no longer serves me. Not in anger, not in shame, just in love. And if you feel nothing at all right now, that's okay too. Numbness is a part of the path. Silence is a teacher too. Trust this process, even when it's slow, even when it's quiet, even when it feels like nothing's happening. Because healing happens in the spaces between thoughts, between breaths, between moments. So tonight, let yourself dwell in those spaces. No timeline, no destination, just presence, just you, sitting in the gentle art of letting go. And here we are, still with ourselves, still breathing, still letting go. Sometimes the deepest work looks like nothing from the outside. There are no fireworks, no loud revelations, no grand transformations, just you and the breath. And in that simplicity, something sacred happens. You may start to notice small shifts. The jaw relaxes just a little more. The mind doesn't chase after every thought so urgently. The chest softens, the edges blur. This is the quiet miracle of Vipassana. It asks for nothing but your attention. And in return, it gives you back yourself. We live in a world that tells us to achieve, to accumulate, to be more. But what if the real path to peace is found in being less noise, less effort, less resistance, more space, more breath, more now? Can you feel it? That subtle invitation to sink deeper, if so, take it. Not by doing anything, but by undoing, unclenching, uncurling, unwinding. Let this be your practice tonight. Stay, breathe, feel, and let go. Not perfectly, not completely, just a little more than yesterday. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not failing. You're becoming more whole simply by being with what is. Let's try something. Place your awareness on the space around you. Feel the air on your skin, the contact of your body against the bed or the chair, the sound of water in the background, flowing soft and endless. Now shift your focus inward, to the space within, to the place where thoughts arise, where emotions move like wind through the trees. Just observe, with no need to name, with no urge to fix. Just watch. There may be restlessness, there may be sadness, there may even be peace. Whatever is here, let it be here. You are not the content of your thoughts. You are the one who sees them. That gentle witness inside you, that's your true home. And that witness is never in a hurry, never worried, never clinging. It just observes, loves, lets go. And so can you. Let go of the belief that you're doing this wrong. Let go of the need to be further along. Let go of the idea that peace looks a certain way. Peace is not always calm. Sometimes peace is fierce acceptance. Sometimes peace is just the willingness to feel. And tonight you've done that. You've sat with yourself. You've returned to the breath. You've stayed present through silence and uncertainty. That's not small. That's sacred. And if all you do now is rest, that's enough too. Let the breath rock you gently now, like waves on a quiet shore. Let go one breath at a time. You're safe. You're held. You're home. Do you notice the way your breath changes when you feel safe? How it slows down almost without effort. How it deepens naturally like your body is remembering something it always knew. That's not a coincidence. That's presence. Your nervous system responds to stillness like a flower opening to morning light. Gently, gradually, with trust, Vipassana invites this unfolding, not by force, never by force, but through soft, steady awareness. The kind of awareness that whispers, I'm here with you. I'm not going anywhere. So let's stay here a little longer. Even if part of you feels like drifting, even if part of you whispers, it's not working, stay anyway. Sometimes the moments where nothing seems to be happening are the moments where everything is changing. You might not feel lighter yet. You might not feel peaceful yet. But trust this, the soil is being turned. The seeds are already in the ground, and in time, in their own way, they will bloom. You don't need to see the growth to believe in it. You only need to keep showing up. Each time you return to this breath, each time you choose to be kind to yourself, each time you listen instead of run, you are healing. Slowly, quietly, surely. So let's breathe again, this time with even less effort. Feel the inhale like a wave rising, the exhale like a wave falling. No push, no pull, just movement, just flow. And in that flow, space opens. Between thoughts, between tension, between the layers of old stories. That space isn't empty. It's alive. It holds your softness, your wisdom, your stillness. And in that stillness, something sacred begins to emerge. You remember that you don't have to earn your right to be, that your worth isn't measured by how much you carry, that letting go isn't giving up, it's coming home. So whatever you're still holding, gently ask yourself, is this mine to keep? And if the answer is no, let it dissolve with the exhale, not as a command, not as a demand, but as a kindness. Because that's what this practice is, kindness. You're not here to force yourself into peace. You're here to offer yourself peace. Again and again and again. And every time you do, it gets easier. The grip loosens, the breath softens, the heart opens, even just a little. And that little is everything. Let the stream sounds carry you deeper now. Let the air around you feel safe again. Let your body become light. Let the night hold you in the arms of this awareness. And if thoughts still rise, that's okay. They're like birds passing through the sky. You don't need to catch them. Just notice them and return. Back to the breath, back to the softness, back to this moment. Over and over again, you're learning the sacred rhythm of letting go. And in that rhythm, you're finding yourself. There's something beautiful about the way stillness reveals truth. Not loud truth, not dramatic truth, but the kind that has always been waiting quietly beneath the surface. When you sit long enough, when you breathe gently enough, that truth starts to rise. It says things like, you are already whole. You don't need to prove anything. You're allowed to rest. It doesn't yell. It doesn't demand your attention. It just sits there, calm, patient, like an old friend who's never left your side. That's the voice of awareness. And you've been hearing it tonight, even if only in glimpses, even if only between the thoughts. It's okay if you missed it at first. Awareness isn't in a hurry. It waits. And every time you return to the breath, you're getting closer to that still sacred center. So let's go there again, not as a task, but as a gift. Breathe in gently. Feel the coolness of the air as it enters. Breathe out softly. Feel your shoulders drop your chest. Lighten your face, relax. Let the rhythm be slow. Let the mind grow quiet, not because you force it, but because you've given it permission to rest. And if emotions rise, if sadness or memory or longing shows up uninvited, let them in. They're not here to hurt you. They're here to be seen. And being seen is often all they ever wanted. So let the tears come if they do. Let the heart open if it's ready. You don't need to hold back anymore. This space is safe. This moment is kind. There's no one you have to impress here. No version of yourself you need to maintain. Just breath. Just softness. Just truth. Can you feel it? That gentle loosening of the past. That quiet sigh from your inner world. You're beginning to trust yourself again. Not the self who performs. Not the self who hides. But the self who is. The self who watches without judgment. The self who breathes without fear. The self who knows that everything, yes, everything is passing. That's one of the greatest gifts of this path, impermanence. The sorrow, it will pass. The fear, it will pass. Even the joy, yes, it too will pass. But awareness stays. And that awareness is what we return to, over and over again. Like the tide returning to shore, like night returning to the stars. So as you continue listening, let yourself drift even deeper. Not asleep, though sleep is welcome, but into that soft, luminous stillness where nothing needs to be done. You've arrived, not at a destination, but at the absence of striving. And that in itself is home. Let's stay here a while longer, together, breathing, being, letting go. There's no need to rush. You've spent enough of your life hurrying from one task to the next, from one worry to another. But this space, this moment, invites something else. A slowing, a softening, a return. Let your breath be your anchor. Let it remind you you're not lost. You've simply been outside yourself for a while, and now you're home again. Notice the way your body responds when you stop asking it to perform. No more holding your stomach in. No more squaring your shoulders. No more bracing. You can drop all of that now. Let the breath go deep into the belly. Feel it fill the space with warmth, with life. Then release slowly, like an exhale that's waited all day to leave. This is how we come back. Not with force, but with welcome. And in this space, it becomes safe to feel again. You may feel a flicker of sadness, a hint of old ache. That's not regression. That's release. Sometimes what rises is not new pain, but old tension, finally letting go of its grip. Let it. Let the tears come if they come. Let the quiet arrive without needing to fill it. You're not broken. You're unwinding. The stories that used to define you. I'm too much. I'm not enough. I have to hold everything together. They don't belong here. They may still echo, but they are not you. You are the one who hears the echo, not the echo itself. And in Vipassana, we meet that awareness. We sit with it. We learn to trust it, even when it doesn't speak. Because sometimes the deepest awareness is silent. That silence is not empty. It's full of presence, of compassion, of knowing. Can you rest in that knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be? Not a step ahead, not a step behind. Right here, right now. With me, with yourself. Let go of the need to get somewhere. Let go of the voice that says you're not doing it right. Let go of trying to feel better, and instead, feel what is. The air in your lungs, the subtle rhythm of the stream in the background, the quiet pulse of your body still trying, still loving, still being. Let the stream sounds remind you, you don't need to rush to the ocean. You're already water, already flowing, already enough. Stay with that. Stay with the breath. Stay with the warmth of your body. Stay with the simplicity of being. There is nothing to change right now. Nothing to add. Nothing to fix. Only presence. Only this moment. Only you. Let's breathe again. Let the inhale be a welcome. Let the exhale be a surrender. Let the heart soften. Let the mind quiet. You've done so much. You've carried so much. And now you get to rest. Right here. Right now. With nothing to hold. Let it all go. One breath at a time. Have you ever watched a candle burn in complete silence? No words, no distractions. Just the steady flame flickering, rising, falling, doing exactly what it's meant to do. There's something deeply healing about that. A reminder that you too are allowed to simply exist, to burn softly, to shine without trying, to be present without performance. Tonight, let yourself be that candle. No expectations, no effort, just steady presence. Vipassana doesn't demand that you feel peaceful. It doesn't require that your mind be empty. It only asks that you see clearly, gently, with compassion. So look inward again, not to judge, but to observe. Where is the tension now? Has it shifted? Has it softened? Place your attention there. Not to make it go away, but to simply acknowledge I see you. There is power in that, power in witnessing without resistance. And when you sit like this, something begins to unfold. You begin to trust that you don't have to run from discomfort, that you don't need to escape your feelings, that you are strong enough, soft enough, wise enough to stay. And in that staying, healing happens. Subtle, quiet, real. Like the roots of a tree growing deeper even in the dark. Like a stream carving its way through stone, not with force, but with persistence. You are doing that now. Each breath, a gentle erosion of fear. Each moment of stillness, a quiet act of strength. You don't need to change everything tonight. You don't even need to feel different. You only need to stay. With kindness, with patience, with love. And if you start to drift away, if the mind wanders or the body stirs, come back, not with shame, not with frustration, but with the softest whisper, it's okay. We begin again. Every breath is a beginning. Every pause is a chance to return. Let that truth settle into your bones. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are in the practice exactly as you are. Let's breathe again. Let the inhale open your chest. Let the exhale release what no longer needs to stay. Feel your hands. Feel your feet. Feel the quiet aliveness that has nothing to prove. You are here. You are enough. You are allowed to let go, and you are allowed to stay. Let the stream sounds wash through you. Let the silence soften you. Let this breath carry you deeper into yourself. You don't have to reach for peace anymore. You are already sitting in it. There's a peace that doesn't shout. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't arrive with trumpets or golden light. It simply is. Soft, steady, already here. And perhaps tonight you're beginning to feel it. Not because anything outside of you changed, but because you stopped running. You turned toward what is. And in that turning, the heart begins to speak. It says, thank you for listening, for staying, for breathing. You've given yourself the rarest gift presents, not the kind you buy, not the kind you earn, but the kind that's always been yours, if you're willing to pause long enough to receive it. So pause with me again, right now. Let the breath come. Let the breath go. Let it carry the remains of this day with it. No need to gather up old stories. No need to replay the past. Let the mind settle into this moment, like dust floating slowly to the floor after the wind has stopped. That's where you are now, in the quiet after the storm, in the calm beneath the noise, in the soft heart of being. You don't need to know what's next. You don't need to solve anything before sleep. Let yourself be incomplete. Let yourself be in process. Because even now, especially now, you are whole. Let go of striving. Let go of fixing. Let go of waiting for perfection. Instead, welcome what is, with grace, with gentleness, with breath. Vipassana teaches us that awareness is enough. You don't need to do awareness. You are awareness. Every moment you sit in stillness, every breath you allow without judgment is an act of returning. And the more you return, the more you remember. You are not the chaos. You are not the wound. You are not the fear. You are the one who watches, who breathes, who loves. Let that truth fill you now, like moonlight slipping through an open window. Feel its softness on your skin. Feel its quiet light within your chest. This is the sacred space, the one no one can take from you, the one that exists beyond words, beyond form. Just this breath, just this moment, just this you. And if sleep begins to call, answer it softly. Let the thoughts dissolve like mist. Let the body sink like stone into still water. Let the soul open like a flower in the dark. You don't have to stay awake to keep healing. The work continues even in dreams. So rest now. Breathe now. Be now. And if you're still here, still awake, know this, I'm with you. We're in this stillness together. No need to speak. No need to move. Just one more breath. And another. And another. You are safe. You are loved. You are free to let go. There's a tenderness that arises when you allow yourself to be soft, not weak, not helpless, but open like the earth after rain, like the sky just before dawn. That's the space you're in now. You've shed a few layers. You've loosened some of the grip, and in that loosening, you've created room. Room for breath, room for stillness, room for you, the real you, the one beneath the roles, the labels, the defenses, the one who simply is. Vipassana doesn't make you someone else. It introduces you to the person you were before you forgot, before the tension, before the noise, before the world told you who you had to be. And now in the gentle quiet of this night, you're meeting that self again. So breathe with them, hold space for them. Let them rise like mist in the morning air. This part of you doesn't need to be impressive. They don't need to explain anything. They don't need to heal on a deadline. They only need to be held. So hold yourself if only in awareness. Let your body know it's okay to rest. Let your breath flow without direction. Let your mind do what it does, observe, release, repeat. And if thoughts return, as they always do, greet them like visitors at the door. Offer them tea, and then let them pass. You are not here to fight your mind. You are here to befriend it. You are not here to silence your thoughts. You are here to sit beside them patiently as they soften on their own. This is the work. This is the way. Simple, quiet, true. Each breath tonight is a kind of prayer. Not the begging kind, not the ritual kind, but the sacred kind that says, I trust the process. I allow what is. I am already enough. Say those words to yourself now if it feels right. Let them land, not just in your ears, but in your chest, in your bones. Feel how they change the air inside you. Let that feeling stay. You don't need to know where this leads. You don't need to hold on to this peace. You just need to be here. One breath at a time, one heartbeat at a time. You're already doing it. And even if part of you still doubts, even if a little voice says, but I'm not good at this, that's okay. You don't have to be good. You just have to be here. You've shown up. You've stayed present. You've breathed through the discomfort. You've softened into yourself. And that is more than enough. Now, return once more to the stream. Hear it. Feel it. Let it flow through you. Let it carry away what's no longer needed. With each drop, you are letting go. With each sound, you are becoming still. Stay here. Float here. Let the night hold you like a cradle of peace. Let your breath rock you deeper. Let yourself rest without resistance. You are safe. You are loved. You are whole. There's something extraordinary about simply allowing yourself to feel tired, allowing yourself to be unfinished, allowing the moment to be exactly what it is without trying to twist it into something else. That is the heart of letting go. Not a dramatic act, not a sudden decision, but a soft unfolding like petals releasing in slow motion. And you're in that unfolding now. Even if part of you still clings, even if part of you still watches the clock, even if part of you thinks, I haven't done enough, let that voice be. You don't need to silence it. You only need to stop giving it so much weight. Let it speak and keep breathing. Your breath doesn't argue. It doesn't try to prove anything. It just continues. Gently, steadily, faithfully, just like awareness, just like love. So breathe now as if you were whispering kindness into your own body. With the inhale, receive. With the exhale, release. Again and again. Let go of the day if you haven't already. Let go of the things you didn't get done. Let go of the need to end the day well. The day is done. You've arrived here right here, and that is more than enough. You've brought your whole self to this moment, even if you feel scattered, or numb, or unsure. There is room here for all of that. Vipassana doesn't judge your mind. It doesn't ask your heart to be quiet. It only asks that you look with gentle eyes. So look now, not with critique, but with compassion. What do you see? Maybe it's fatigue. Maybe it's longing. Maybe it's stillness. Whatever it is, let it be known. Let it sit beside you like an old friend who doesn't need to speak. Let it breathe with you. Let it settle. You are safe enough now to stop striving. No more climbing. No more gripping. No more pretending you're not tired. You are allowed to be exactly as you are. Let that truth wrap around you. Feel it in the space between each breath. Feel it in the sound of the stream. Feel it in the slow rhythm of your heartbeat. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are not behind. You are here. And here is everything. Let this be your sanctuary. Let this be the place where effort ends. Let this be the moment where you melt into presence. No resistance, no fear, only breath. Only now, only love. Stay with that. Sink into it like warm water. Float in it like silence. Let it carry you where you need to go. And if that place is sleep, go there gently. And if that place is stillness, rest there completely. And if that place is uncertainty, let it be spacious, not frightening. Wherever you are, let it be enough. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to be anyone else. This moment accepts you, and so do I. There's a soft kind of truth that only appears in the quiet, not when you're chasing, not when you're fixing, but when you're still enough to listen. It arrives not in words, but in sensations. A loosened jaw, a breath that flows more freely, a heart that doesn't feel so clenched. Maybe you felt that already tonight. Maybe it's just beginning to show itself. Either way, it's real, and it's yours. Let's sit with it a little longer. No pressure, no direction, just being. Vipassana shows us that what we resist only tightens its grip. But what we welcome, no matter how uncomfortable, begins to soften. So welcome this breath. Welcome this moment. Welcome even the restlessness if it arises. Because restlessness is not failure. It's just another visitor at the door. Another ripple on the surface of the pond. You don't need to still the water. You just need to stop thrashing. Let yourself float. Feel how the air around you wraps you like a blanket. Feel how your body is already relaxing bit by bit, breath by breath. You don't need to think your way into peace. You only need to remember what it feels like. It feels like this. This exhale. This soft letting go. This quiet awareness. If a thought arises, why am I not calm yet? Just notice it. Smile at it. Let it drift past, like a feather on the wind. You are not your thoughts. You are not your reactions. You are the one who watches. And the more you watch without judgment, the more space opens between you and the noise. That space is sacred. It's not emptiness. It's presence. It's clarity. It's freedom. And in that space, you begin to know you've never been broken. You've only been busy. You've only been tired. You've only been human. So give yourself permission to be human here, to be soft, to be imperfect, to be whole. There is nothing missing. There is nothing wrong. There is only this breath, and the next, and the next. Can you feel the rhythm? It's not a performance. It's a prayer, an ancient one, a silent one, the kind your soul remembers even if your mind forgets. Let that prayer continue now, without words, without effort. Just sit in the blessing of this stillness. Let the stream in the background carry away the last traces of urgency. Let the darkness wrap you without fear. You're safe here. You're allowed to rest here. You're allowed to be unguarded here. Let go of the day. Let go of the questions. Let go of needing to understand everything. Not everything needs to be understood. Some things are meant to be felt. Some truths are meant to be lived. And this one, this quiet sense of wholeness, it's yours. It always has been. You've just come home to it. Stay with it. Float with it. Let it hold you now. Can you feel the difference now? The way your body rests a little easier, the way your breath moves more freely, as if it no longer has to ask for permission to be here. That ease is earned, not through striving, but through presence, by choosing again and again to stay, to soften, to return. You didn't have to climb a mountain tonight. You didn't have to become someone new. You only had to stop running. And you did. That's more powerful than it seems. Because most of the world never pauses. Most of the world never learns to sit with discomfort without trying to mask it, numb it, or push it away. But you have. You are. Right now. You're learning to be with yourself as you are. No edits, no explanations, no apologies. And in doing that, you're healing. Let's remember the breath again. Let it be gentle. Let it be kind. Let it be enough. Each inhale says, I am here. Each exhale says, I can let go. Again and again. Let that rhythm sink into your bones. Let it whisper to the parts of you that are still holding on. The anxious part, the doubtful part, the tired part. Let them know they are seen. Let them know they're safe. Let them know they don't have to carry everything anymore. You're not here to banish those parts of yourself. You're here to welcome them. With patience, with breath, with love. This is what real transformation feels like. Not fireworks, not big revelations, but soft moments like this one. Moments where you finally say to yourself, I don't need to be fixed. I only need to be present. And in that presence, everything begins to shift. Slowly, naturally, like a flower opening at dawn. There's no rush, no deadline, no performance, just this breath. And the next, and the next. So let go of expectations. Let go of trying to get it right. You already are. You are here. You are breathing. You are witnessing. You are allowing. That's more than enough. Let the sound of the stream carry you deeper now. Let it be a reminder. Even when you're not moving, you're still flowing. Even in stillness, life moves through you. The breath, the warmth, the soft pulse of existence. You are not separate from it. You are part of it. Always have been. Always will be. So rest now. Not because you've done enough, but because you are enough. Let this moment be your pillow. Let this breath be your blanket. Let the silence be your lullaby. No need to do. No need to try. Just be. Here. Now. Always. There's a kind of peace that doesn't ask you to change anything. It doesn't tell you to feel better. It doesn't pressure you to move on. It just sits beside you, quiet, open, still. Like a tree offering shade. Like the earth holding you up without asking anything in return. That's the peace you've been moving toward tonight. And maybe now you're beginning to feel it. Not because your mind is empty, but because you've stopped resisting it. You've stopped demanding silence. You've stopped waiting to be perfect. And you've simply allowed yourself to breathe. This is what presence feels like. Not dramatic, not loud, just real. Just this breath, this stillness, this quiet remembering. You don't need to earn this feeling. You don't need to chase it. You only need to notice it, like a star slowly appearing in the night sky, not because you made it happen, but because you became still enough to see it. So see what's here. Maybe you feel the edges of your body softening. Maybe your breath feels more like an old friend. Maybe your heart is still guarded, but just a little less than before. That's enough. That's progress. That's healing. You've spent so long trying to hold everything together, trying to stay strong, trying to be okay for everyone else. But here in this space, you don't have to hold anything. You don't have to perform. You don't have to impress. You can fall apart. You can fall inward. You can simply fall into stillness. And that stillness will catch you. Let go of the story that says rest is lazy. Let go of the guilt that creeps in when you finally exhale. Let go of the belief that peace is something you have to earn. It's not. It's your birthright, and it's already within you. So listen. Listen to the stream. Listen to your breath. Listen to the silence behind the silence. That's where peace lives. Not in fixing, not in proving, but in being. And if you forget tomorrow, if the world rushes back in, that's okay. This practice will still be here. This breath will still be waiting. This moment will still welcome you back. You can always return. You don't need to be perfect to begin again. You don't need to be calm to sit in stillness. You don't need to know how to let go completely. You just need to soften your grip, even a little, even now. So breathe. Feel the inhale rise like a tide. Feel the exhale fall like the hush of evening. Let your hands rest. Let your jaw unclench. Let your shoulders drop. You are safe. You are seen. You are home. No need to say anything more. No need to do anything else. Just be. And let this be enough. How often do we chase peace as if it were somewhere far away, as if it lives in a future version of ourselves, the one who's healed, who's calm, who never struggles. But peace doesn't live in the future. It lives here, in the breath, in the now, in the space between thoughts. You've touched that space tonight, maybe only for a moment, maybe longer than you expected. Either way, it's real, and it's yours. You don't have to stretch or strive to get there. You don't need to go anywhere at all, because peace isn't a destination. It's a remembering, a returning, a resting, and you're already doing it. So let's return again now. Not because you lost your way, but because that's the practice. Over and over the breath, the body, the present moment. Gently, lovingly, willingly. And if you feel resistance, if your mind says, this is boring, or this isn't working, just smile. That too is part of the path. The mind resists stillness because it's used to noise. But over time, it learns. It learns that nothing bad happens when you slow down. It learns that you don't need to be in control all the time. It learns that rest is not dangerous. Let that learning happen in its own time. There's no rush. You're not behind. You are right on time. Let the breath be your teacher now. Let it show you how to soften, how to release, how to trust. Trust the inhale. Trust the exhale. Trust the silence that follows. There is wisdom in this rhythm. There is safety in this slowness. The body begins to believe it's okay to relax. The heart begins to believe it's okay to feel. The soul begins to believe it's okay to be here. That is everything. So let's stay just like this a little longer. No striving, no performing, no trying to be spiritual or zen, just being. Let the sounds of the stream in the background remind you, peace doesn't push. It flows. It moves without needing to arrive. It embraces without needing to change. You can be like that too. Soft, steady, true. Let go now, just a little more. Let your face soften. Let your chest open. Let your spirit expand into the quiet. If tears rise, let them. If stillness deepens, welcome it. You're not doing this wrong. You're simply doing it. You're here. You're breathing. You're letting go. And that's enough. Let's stay in this quiet together. Let it hold you like a cradle. Let it breathe you. Let it love you. You don't have to hold on anymore. Not tonight. Not here. Not now. There's a moment in every long exhale when the breath pauses, a quiet, suspended space where nothing is missing and nothing is needed. Can you feel that moment? It's not dramatic. It doesn't announce itself, but it's there, subtle, soft, true. That's what Vipassana reveals. Not the flashy surface of experience, but the deep undercurrent of presence. The silence that's been here all along, waiting for you to notice. You may have searched your whole life for peace, in achievements, in relationships, in answers. But here now, without doing anything, you've touched it. Because peace was never out there. It was always within. And now that you've felt it, even just for a breath, you know how to return. That's the gift of practice, not that it makes you perfect, but that it gives you a path home. Back to the body, back to the breath, back to this moment. So breathe again now, softly, slowly. Let it be effortless. Let it be enough. Feel the rise of your belly. Feel the fall of your chest. Feel the earth holding you up. Nothing to add, nothing to remove, just being. And in this being, you may find that your heart has grown quieter, that the storm has moved on, that what once felt urgent now feels distant. Not because the world changed, but because you did. You became still. You stopped chasing. You listened. And something within you listened back. That's what happens in stillness. It's not emptiness. It's relationship between you and your breath, between you and your awareness, between you and the unshakable truth beneath all things that you are already whole. Not one day in the future, not when you've healed all your wounds, but right now, exactly as you are. So let's sit here together in that truth. Let the stream whisper around you. Let the quiet rest inside your bones. Let the breath soften the edges of your mind. There's nothing left to figure out tonight. There's nowhere else to be. There's no version of you more worthy than this one. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to fix anything. You can just be right here, right now. Inhale, exhale. That's the rhythm of coming home, again and again. No matter how far you've wandered, no matter how long you've been away, home is always one breath away. So take that breath and know you are safe. You are whole. You are free. There's a kind of softness that only reveals itself in the dark. Not the kind of darkness that frightens, but the sacred kind, the kind that holds you like a womb, where nothing needs to be said, where everything is allowed to simply be. You're in that darkness now, and it's not empty. It's full of presence, of warmth, of rest. This is the place we rarely give ourselves permission to enter, the space where doing ends and being begins. You've earned your way here, not through effort, but through surrender. By choosing silence, by choosing breath, by choosing to stay. And now, the peace that cannot be forced has begun to rise like mist from still water. Let it surround you. Let it soak into your skin. Let it reach the places even words cannot go. You are no longer seeking. You are no longer striving. You are simply here. And in this here-ness, there is so much grace. Let's breathe again, not to calm, not to fix, but just to feel. Inhale and notice. Exhale and release. Feel the way your chest responds. Feel how your hands rest more easily now. Feel how your body trusts the ground beneath it. You are safe enough to relax, safe enough to let go, safe enough to soften. There is no audience here, no pressure, no timeline, just this unfolding. The body knows what to do when you stop interfering. The breath finds its rhythm. The heart finds its quiet. The soul finds its center. And you find yourself not the self you've been building, not the one you've been defending, but the one that's always been here. Watching, waiting, loving. You are not alone. This path, this inner journey, has been walked by many before you. The Buddha walked it. He sat under a tree in stillness, and watched his thoughts rise and fall. He breathed with his fear. He watched the illusion of control dissolve. And in that watching, he awoke, not through domination of the mind, but through understanding, through compassion, through stillness. That same stillness is within you, right now, not as an idea, but as a presence. Breathe into it. Let it expand in your chest. Let it radiate through your limbs. Let it settle in your belly like warm light. You don't have to earn this peace. You don't have to deserve it. You only have to receive it. And you are. Let the stream in the background remind you of the truth. You are not separate from life. You are not apart from peace. You are not too far gone. You are the stream. You are the breath. You are the stillness. And stillness never rushes. Stillness never judges. Stillness never demands. It simply waits with open arms, with a soft voice, with infinite patience. And now it holds you. Let it hold you. The mind, when it begins to quiet, doesn't become empty. It becomes spacious. There's a difference. Emptiness feels hollow, vacant. But spaciousness feels full of air, of breath of possibility. You're in that space now. Maybe it's fragile. Maybe it comes and goes like waves. But even so, it's real. And every time you return to the breath, you return to that space. It doesn't ask anything of you. It doesn't demand performance. It just is. And so are you. Let's stay here a while longer. No need to rush the moment. Let it stretch. Let it soften. You've done enough tonight. You've faced yourself. You've breathed through the noise. You've chosen stillness over speed. That's more courageous than most people realize. Because to be still, truly still, is to let go of every distraction. It's to turn toward the thing you've been running from. And to say, I'm ready now. You can speak. What has your heart been trying to say? What has your body been asking for? Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's forgiveness. Maybe it's just silence. Whatever it is, you're safe enough now to listen. You don't have to fix. You don't have to force. You only have to be here, with breath, with openness, with compassion. And when the thoughts return, because they always do, greet them gently. They're not enemies. They're just echoes. They rise, they fall, they pass, like leaves on the surface of a stream. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to hold on to them. Just notice and breathe and return. This is your rhythm now. Notice, breathe, return. Simple, peaceful, powerful. The more you follow that rhythm, the more natural it becomes. The more you trust it, the deeper it takes you. Until one day, peace is no longer a place you visit. It's where you live. But even now, even tonight, you are dwelling in it. Even if only for a breath. Even if only between the spaces of your thoughts. That's enough. It always has been. So relax your hands now. Feel the softness in your jaw. Let the breath settle into its own gentle pace. You don't need to lead it. You don't need to control it. It knows what to do. And so do you. You know how to rest, how to receive, how to let go. So let go now. Let go a little more, and a little more still. Until what remains is only this breath, presence, peace. You've arrived. You're home. You are held. Have you noticed how the breath always welcomes you back? No matter how far your mind wanders, no matter how many stories it spins, no matter how tight the body gets, the breath is always here, patient, gentle, waiting, like a soft light under a closed door. It never leaves, even when you forget to notice it. Let it guide you now, not as something to control, but as something to trust. Inhale, feel the air entering naturally. Exhale, feel the weight releasing slowly. Let go of any pressure to be deep into meditation. There's no such place to reach. You're already here. And this here is holy. It holds the present moment like cupped hands. It doesn't ask you to do more. It doesn't care if your thoughts are still noisy. It just invites you to rest. That invitation is always open. And you're answering it now, breath by breath. This is what Vipassana teaches, that we can sit with the truth even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's quiet, even when it doesn't give us the answers we thought we needed. Because sometimes peace doesn't come from answers. It comes from letting the question soften. You don't have to solve everything before you sleep. You don't have to make peace with your entire past tonight. You only have to make peace with this moment. Let the silence speak to you now. Let it say, you're enough. You don't have to try so hard. You are allowed to be. Feel those words land inside you. Not as ideas, but as truths. And if they feel hard to believe, that's okay too. Your only job tonight is to stay open, not to force anything, not to get rid of thoughts, just to return again and again to the quiet beneath the noise. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breath deepen. Let your thoughts pass like birds across a twilight sky. Nothing to hold, nothing to chase, nothing to fear. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not alone. You're here, breathing, aware. And that is the foundation of healing. Let the stream in the background wash over you. Let it remind you everything is moving even when you're still. And your stillness matters. It's not inaction. It's alignment. It's how you come back to yourself. How you remember that you are not your chaos. You are not your thoughts. You are not even your pain. You are the witness, the watcher, the one who breathes. And when you sit in that knowing, even for a breath, you are free. Let's stay with that freedom now, not clinging to it, just noticing it, feeling it unfold gently in the quiet of your chest. This is not the end of anything. It's the deep middle, the sacred pause, the place where letting go becomes natural. And you are doing beautifully, no matter how it feels. Peace doesn't always arrive as stillness. Sometimes it arrives as a soft unraveling, a loosening of the mind's grip, a quiet exhale after years of holding everything in. That's what you're experiencing now. Not perfection, not control, but permission to stop carrying what was never yours to hold. Maybe you didn't realize how much weight you were bearing, how many moments you'd stuffed down, how many emotions you've tucked away, how often you've told yourself, just keep going. But right now, you're not going anywhere. You're not performing. You're not hiding. You're simply here. And in this here-ness, something inside begins to release. Like an old knot slowly undoing itself. Like frozen ground beginning to thaw. Let that be okay. Let it be okay if you feel nothing. Let it be okay if you feel everything. The practice doesn't require you to feel peaceful, only to be present with what's here. So what's here for you now? Maybe a flicker of warmth? Maybe a trace of tension? Maybe just breath? Whatever it is, welcome it. You don't need to change it. You don't need to name it. Just breathe with it. That's enough. And if your mind tries to pull you back into stories of the past, of the future, of who you should be, gently return. Back to the breath. Back to the silence. Back to the knowing. There's a part of you that has never been hurt, never been broken, never been lost. It's deep within you, beneath the layers, beneath the stories, beneath even the breath. That part of you is watching and smiling and waiting patiently for you to notice. You don't need to force that connection. It happens on its own when you become soft enough, still enough, true enough. So soften. Let the last tension in your jaw melt. Let your shoulders sink a little deeper into rest. Let your eyes be heavy. Let the breath take over. You're not doing the breath. Now you're being breathed. You are not holding this moment. This moment is holding you. Let that be enough. Let it be everything. This is the essence of letting go. Not dropping everything all at once, but setting it down one breath at a time. You may not even notice it happening, but your body knows. Your soul knows. This is the way back to yourself. Not the self shaped by fear, but the self shaped by stillness, by presence, by kindness. Stay with that. Listen to the stream. Feel the quiet settle around you like dusk. You are here, you are resting, you are safe, and you are exactly where you're meant to be. There's a rhythm to letting go, not a rhythm of effort, but one of allowance. Like a leaf surrendering to the breeze, not because it's weak, but because it trusts the air to carry it. You are that leaf now. You've begun to trust the stillness, to trust that it's okay not to hold so tightly, to trust that peace doesn't arrive through effort, but through release. Take another breath now, not as a task, but as a gift. Feel how easily the air enters, how gently it leaves. Nothing to force, nothing to resist. This is what healing sounds like. It's not a breakthrough. It's not a loud declaration. It's the softness of your breath in the quiet. It's the slow melting of armor. It's the return to yourself. And that return is enough. You may not realize how far you've come tonight. Because when peace comes slowly, we sometimes don't notice it at first. But your body knows. Your heart knows. The stream knows. The way you're breathing now, less guarded, less rushed, is a sign of something opening. A door you didn't even know was closed. A part of you that's finally allowed to exhale. Let that door stay open. Let the breath move through it freely. You don't need to watch it. You don't need to control it. You can just trust it. Vipassana teaches that every sensation is a teacher, even the ones we resist, especially those. So if discomfort rises, stay close, stay present, stay kind. That's how the transformation happens. Not through pushing pain away, but through holding it gently. You are learning how to do that now, to hold your own experience like a fragile bird in your palm, not gripping it, not throwing it away, just holding it, seeing it, breathing with it. This is sacred work, not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. You're not pretending. You're not performing. You're simply being. And in a world that teaches us to do more, to be more, to try harder, being is revolutionary. So stay here in this revolution of stillness. Let the world spin without you for a moment. Let the tasks wait. Let the questions dissolve. This moment is already complete. There's nothing missing. You are not behind. There is no benchmark to meet. There is only this, your breath, your presence, your quiet return. Let it hold you. Let it remind you. You are not what has happened to you. You are not what you fear. You are not what you've lost. You are what remains, what breathes, what notices, what stays, and staying is enough. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is to stop searching, to stop reaching forward or looking back, to pause and sit in the middle of this breath, this moment, this now. You've done that tonight. Over and over, you've chosen presence, even when your mind wandered, even when doubt whispered, even when silence felt unfamiliar. And now something in you is shifting, not loudly, not all at once, but gently, like a tide pulling you inward. You're no longer chasing stillness. You've become still, not perfectly, not permanently, but truthfully. And that's all this practice ever asks. Vipassana doesn't offer escape. It offers clarity. It says, sit with what is, and you will remember who you are. So what do you remember now? Maybe a softness you'd forgotten. Maybe a warmth you haven't felt in a while. Maybe just the simplicity of your breath and how it continues, whether or not you try. Let's breathe into that knowing again. Inhale. Feel the air enter like light through an open window. Exhale. Feel the tension slip away like dust caught in sunbeams. There's nothing to do here, nothing to solve, just rhythm, just awareness. You may notice your thoughts have grown quieter, or maybe they're still spinning. Either way, you don't need to follow them. You don't need to fear them. They are not you. You are the one who sees, the one who returns, the one who lets go. And you're letting go now of needing to understand everything, of the pressure to feel better, of the tight grip on what should have been. What if peace isn't something to find, but something to allow? What if you stopped trying to feel peaceful and instead simply rested in what's already here? That subtle quiet, that open space, that soft breath. It's all here, always has been, always will be. Let the stream guide you deeper. Let its sound remind you that life continues not in sudden leaps, but in steady movement. You are that stream, flowing, changing, alive. Even in your stillness, you are not stagnant. You are becoming. So trust this process, even when it's slow, even when it's silent. Especially then, you don't need to measure your progress. You don't need to ask if you're doing it right. You're here. You're breathing. You're aware. That's enough. Let the breath be your final prayer tonight. No words, no reaching, just the soft truth I am here. And that is more than enough. Let's return to something simple now. Something small, something true. This breath, not the next one, not the last one, just this one. Can you feel it? The way the air moves through you without asking permission. The way your body receives it, softens around it, lets it go. There's no resistance in the breath, only rhythm. And you too can be rhythm. Not a problem to be solved, not a project to be perfected, but a living, breathing moment in time. That's all you ever needed to be. You've spent enough time trying to become. Tonight you get to just be. You don't need to figure out tomorrow. You don't need to untangle the past. You don't even need to understand what's happening inside you. You only need to notice. So notice now. Where is the breath? Where is the tension? Where is the ease? There's no right answer. There's only honesty and the willingness to stay with what's here. This is the gentle discipline of Vipassana. To sit, to breathe, to see clearly, not to push anything away, not to cling to peace, but to rest in the quiet miracle of awareness itself. And that awareness is present in you right now. Even in this silence, you are not alone. Even in your stillness, you are not lost. You are exactly where you belong, in this breath, in this body, in this moment. And if thoughts come, let them. They're not intrusions. They're simply waves rising and falling. You are the ocean. The waves may dance on your surface, but your depth is untouched. So breathe into that depth now. Feel how wide you really are. Feel how far the stillness goes. There's no edge to it, no border, just space. Spacious enough to hold your sadness, spacious enough to hold your joy, spacious enough to hold everything you've been carrying, and then to let it go. Not all at once, not forever, just for now. Let the breath do the letting go. Let the silence do the soothing. Let the stream do the singing. You don't have to do anything. You are not the doer right now. You are the watcher, the feeler, the one who remembers how to rest. And in that remembering, you are returning home, to yourself, to the breath, to the still luminous presence within all things. Stay here, float here. Let yourself be here fully, gently, quietly. And if sleep comes, let it come like a tide. Let it carry you. Let it rock you. Let it bless you. You've done enough. You've let go enough. You are enough. Let that be the truth that holds you now. There is a moment, quiet and soft, when the breath and the body begin to move as one. Not because you're controlling them, but because you're no longer getting in the way. This is that moment. Your shoulders no longer guarding. Your jaw no longer clenched. Your heart no longer racing toward the next thing. Only stillness. Only breath. Only now. And isn't that enough? So much of life teaches us that we must add more, do more, be more, fix more. But this practice, this gentle ancient practice, asks the opposite. It asks you to subtract, to release, to return, to remember that you are always whole, even when distracted, even when tired, even when lost. Wholeness was never gone. It was only quiet, waiting behind the noise, waiting behind the trying. You're hearing it now, in the breath, in the stream, in the space between thoughts. There's nothing more to reach for tonight. No one else to become. Just this sacred simplicity. Let yourself fall into it. Let your breath cradle you. Let your awareness widen like the sky at dusk. Let the peace rise, not as a reward, but as a remembering. Each inhale brings you closer. Each exhale lets go of what you don't need. Can you feel it? How little effort this really takes. That peace doesn't demand your performance, just your presence. And you are present now. Even if the mind still wanders, even if the body still aches. Presence is not perfection. Presence is staying. So stay. Stay with yourself. Stay with the softness. Stay with the silence. If emotions arise, let them. Tears are not weakness. They are release. They are the soul's way of exhaling. And if nothing rises, if you feel only blank space, let that be enough too. Even emptiness can be sacred when you stop trying to fill it. Let the sound of the stream remind you life flows on even when you are still. Healing happens even when you do nothing. And love, true unconditional love, begins with allowing. So allow this breath, allow this moment, allow yourself. There is no test here, no final exam. Only this ongoing gentle permission to be. And you've said yes by showing up, by staying, by breathing. So let the yes echo softly through your chest. I am here. I am safe. I can let go. Yes, yes, yes. There's something powerful about simply being with what is, not because you've mastered it, not because it's comfortable, but because you're choosing to stay softly, honestly, fully. That's what you've been doing all along, with every breath, with every return, with every quiet yes whispered to the moment. And now, the quiet is beginning to speak back. It doesn't use words. It speaks in the warmth behind your chest, in the way your shoulders settle just a little deeper, in the silence that doesn't feel empty anymore. This silence holds you, and within it, you begin to hold yourself, not tightly, not out of fear, but with reverence, with compassion. with a sense that maybe, just maybe, you're already okay. You are. You've always been closer to peace than you realized. Because peace isn't some distant mountain to climb. It's the stillness at the center of your being, the one that's been patiently waiting underneath all your trying. Tonight, you remembered how to listen. Not to your thoughts, not to the outside world, but to the soft rhythm of your inner home. Let that listening continue now, even if the mind begins to drift again. Even if old thoughts reappear, let them come. They're not the enemy. They're just echoes. And you're not here to fight echoes. You're here to notice them and return to the breath, to the stillness, to the gentle current beneath it all. Let's return now together. Inhale, not to grasp, but to receive. Exhale, not to force, but to let go. Feel how natural that is, how simple, how profoundly kind. This is what love looks like in its quietest form. Not fireworks, not declarations, just a willingness to stay with yourself, to stay with what arises, to stay with this breath, over and over again. The world may never tell you how sacred that is, but I will. It's sacred, it's brave, it's beautiful, it's enough. And so are you. So let the stream hold you now. Let it wash through every part of you that's still clinging. Let it smooth the rough edges inside you. You don't need to do anything more. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not too much. You are present. And that is everything. Let that truth settle in now. Let it drip gently into your bones like warm rain. Let it soothe the inner places you've tried to hide. There's nothing to hide here. Nothing to fix. Nothing to become. Only this breath, this moment, this quiet. Stay with it. It's already holding you. Even now, as the night deepens and your body grows heavier with rest, there is still something quietly awake inside you. Not the mind, not the voice that narrates, but the witness, the quiet observer, the steady presence behind it all. That's what you're touching now. Not an idea, a truth. You are not your thoughts. You are not your tension. You are not your past. You are this awareness, this still spacious, loving awareness that watches without judgment, that breathes without force, that holds without condition. And it's always been there. When the world was loud, it waited. When your mind was restless, it remained. And now, in this moment of quiet, you can feel it more clearly. Like a lake after the storm has passed. Still, reflective, real. So breathe into that stillness. Let your inhale fill the space with softness. Let your exhale release anything that still clings. You don't have to name what you're letting go of. You don't have to understand it. Just breathe. And trust that what no longer serves you will dissolve in the presence of this peace. Vipassana is not about effort. It's about attention. It's about allowing yourself to truly see without needing to change what's seen. So see yourself now. Not the roles you play, not the mask you wear, but the tender breathing truth beneath all of it. You are not here to escape life. You are here to be with life, as it is, as you are. And in this stillness, you're learning how. You're learning that healing doesn't have to be loud, that growth doesn't always look like movement, that sometimes the most sacred thing you can do is sit quietly and notice. So notice now the breath, the body, the softness of the night, and the steady truth that you are held in something far greater than your thoughts, something ancient, quiet, and kind. Let the stream be your lullaby. Let it remind you that you're allowed to rest. You don't need to hold your story together anymore. You don't need to carry every answer. You are allowed to put it all down. Here, now, gently. Let your breath be slow. Let your body be heavy. Let your spirit be light. You are safe. You are enough. You are free to let go. And so you do. You've been so patient with yourself tonight. Not by rushing to peace, but by softening into it. By letting each breath lead you home. By meeting every moment without turning away. That is not small. That is not ordinary. That is sacred. You are sacred. Not because you've achieved stillness, but because you've dared to stop, to pause, to listen, to feel. And in doing so, you've begun to remember something deeper than thought, something older than worry, something that whispers in the spaces between each inhale and exhale. You're okay. You're already okay. Maybe it's been a long time since you felt that. Maybe it still feels unfamiliar, but it's here. That quiet okayness that doesn't rely on circumstances. It doesn't need you to be perfect. It doesn't demand proof. It just is. So let's sit with that tonight. No need to stretch for insight. No need to chase clarity. Let whatever rises, rise. Let whatever falls, fall. You are not the waves. You are the ocean. And the ocean, no matter how rough the surface, is always deep, always steady, always whole. Let your awareness sink below the waves now, below the noise, below the thinking, into the quiet depth that watches it all. There is no fear here, no judgment, only space, only breath. Each inhale a quiet arrival, each exhale a soft release. No effort, no resistance, only presence. You've learned something profound tonight: how to stay with discomfort, how to stay with silence, how to stay with yourself. And that changes everything, because the more you stay, the less you run, the less you resist, the less you believe every story the mind tells. And in that quiet spaciousness, you begin to feel something open. Not a breakthrough, not a revelation, just space, room to breathe, room to be, room to let go. So let go now, not as an act of escape, but as an act of trust. Trust that you can rest. Trust that it's safe to stop. Trust that who you are right now is enough. Let the breath slow. Let the mind float. Let the stream carry you deeper. You are already being held by your breath, by this moment, by the stillness inside you. Nothing else is needed. You are here, and that is more than enough. Sometimes letting go doesn't feel like release, at least not at first. It can feel like uncertainty, like floating in a space where nothing is clearly defined. No ground beneath your feet, no familiar landmarks to guide you. But what if that's not a loss? What if it's freedom? Freedom from the stories you've repeated for years. Freedom from the roles you've had to play. Freedom from the pressure to always be okay. You're here now, not because you figured everything out, but because you stopped trying to force clarity. And in doing so, you found something better. Stillness, softness, presence. Let's stay in that. Let the stream continue to whisper in the background, reminding you that life moves naturally, that healing is not linear, that peace doesn't rush. You are not behind. You're not missing anything. You're simply in the gentle rhythm of returning to this moment, to this breath, to this version of you, tired, honest, whole. You may never have been taught how to rest like this, how to sit with yourself without fixing how to hold your own presence like a sacred flame. But you're learning now. You're remembering now. With each breath, you're reclaiming the simplicity of being. And in that being, You begin to notice things. The way your breath softens on the exhale. The way your body doesn't need to be perfect to be worthy. The way the silence doesn't feel empty, it feels full of peace. This is the real gift of letting go. You begin to receive what was always here, not because you tried harder, but because you stopped trying to control it. You allowed it to come to you. So keep allowing. Let the breath come. Let the peace rise. Let your body become heavy, like it's sinking into the arms of the night. There is nothing more to do. You've done enough. More than enough. And now, the moment takes over. The breath carries you. The stream holds you. The stillness surrounds you. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not unfinished. You are simply here. And in this here, there is no need for explanation. No need for effort. No need for answers. Only breath. Only presence. Only this quiet becoming. So stay, float, rest. Let the edges blur. Let the thoughts dissolve. Let the truth of your being expand into the silence. You are okay. You are safe. You are free. There's a moment soft and subtle when the boundary between you and the world begins to fade. Not because you disappear, but because you become vast. You are no longer just a body lying here or a mind watching breath. You are the breath. You are the watching. You are the space in which all of this unfolds. And in that realization, something inside you sighs in relief, because you don't have to carry it all anymore. You never did. You were never meant to hold every burden alone, to solve every mystery, to fix every broken part of the world or yourself. All you've ever needed to do is return to this, to now, to the simplicity of the next breath. And here you are, returning again, gently, patiently, willingly. Let's stay right here. No pushing, no waiting, just noticing. Notice the way the air feels on your skin, the faint hum of silence behind the stream, the rhythm of your breath as it slows and slows and slows. You are becoming quiet now, not just on the outside, but within. And in that inner quiet, there's a knowing, not the kind you can explain, the kind you can only feel. The knowing that you are enough, that nothing is missing, that nothing needs to be added. Your thoughts may rise to disagree. That's okay. You don't need to believe every thought. You are not your doubts. You are not your expectations. You are not your fear of being unworthy. You are the one who hears it all and keeps breathing. That's your power. That's your freedom. That's your home. And home isn't a place. It's a way of being with yourself without needing to escape. You've found that tonight, even if just for a few breaths, even if just in the space between thoughts. And that is more than enough. Let's return once more to the breath. Let it move like water through you. Let it flow where it needs to go. Let it soften the tight places you didn't even know were tense. Let it carry away what you no longer need to hold. This is what letting go looks like. Not dramatic, not absolute. Just breath by breath, you become lighter. Just breath by breath, you become more you. There is no final goal, no perfect state to reach, only this quiet unfolding, only this moment of truth. You're here, you're breathing, you're resting in the heart of stillness. Let yourself stay, let yourself sleep, let yourself be free. Now, you're deep within the quiet, not just hearing it, becoming it. Your thoughts have slowed, your breath has softened, and something in you has begun to surrender fully, as if the moment itself has opened its arms and said, yes, you can rest here. So rest, not as a reward for effort, but as a birthright. You don't have to earn stillness. You only have to allow it. Allow your body to be heavy. Allow your mind to be soft. Allow your spirit to expand beyond the edges of your skin. You are not a problem to be solved. You are not an equation to be balanced. You are a moment of awareness, a live, breathing whole. Even with your questions, even with your doubts, even with the parts of you still learning how to let go, you are still whole. That truth doesn't require proof. It simply is. And as you continue to sit to breathe to receive, you may notice how little it takes to feel peace, how natural it becomes when you stop trying to create it. Peace doesn't arrive when you get everything right. It arrives when you stop needing anything to change. Right now, nothing needs to change. Let that be your mantra tonight. Nothing needs to change. Not your breath, not your past, not your thoughts. You can let everything be exactly as it is and still be free. That's the deep magic of awareness. It doesn't need to push or pull. It simply holds. And in that holding, everything begins to soften. Even your pain, even your fear, even the idea that you must be different. All of it can rest here. All of it is welcome. So breathe, now slow and open. Feel the inhale as a gentle arrival. Feel the exhale as a long goodbye. Each one a gesture of surrender. Each one a quiet gift to yourself. There's nowhere else to be. There's nothing more to do. You've already arrived, and here you are, safe. Let the sound of the stream wrap around you like the hush of a lullaby. Let your breath be steady. Let your thoughts be distant. Let your presence be enough. You've done what so few ever dare to do. You've stopped. You've listened. You've stayed. And in staying, you've touched something timeless. Let that be what carries you now, through this breath, through this night, through whatever comes next. Stillness is no longer a place you visit. It's who you are. There's a softness that only reveals itself after long stillness. A quiet that arrives when all the performing has ended, when the masks have fallen away, and you no longer feel the need to be anything other than here. That softness is within you now. It's not loud. It's not dazzling. But it's deep, like the ocean below the waves. Calm, vast, undisturbed. You've touched that depth tonight. And maybe for the first time in a long time, you feel like you're not outside of yourself anymore. You are home, not in a place, but in presence. Not because you found all the answers, but because you stopped needing them. This is what Vipassana offers. Not escape from life, but a return to it, to the breath, to the body, to the moment. And in returning, you begin to remember that peace doesn't arrive through fixing, but through seeing. Seeing what's here, staying with it, letting it breathe. So let's breathe with it now, gently, fully, lovingly. Feel how your breath no longer needs your control. Feel how your chest rises without effort. How your body knows what to do when your mind gets out of the way. There's intelligence in your stillness, wisdom in your slowness. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You are simply learning a new rhythm, one that doesn't race, one that doesn't strive. A rhythm of being. Let the stream carry you deeper into it. Let the sound become part of your body. Let it wash away the fragments of your day, the residue of effort, the tension that once gripped your shoulders. There is no more to hold. There is no need to prepare. You are already being held by the breath, by the silence, by this very moment. Let it cradle you. Let yourself dissolve into it. not to disappear, but to become whole. And if the mind stirs, let it. Just return, kindly, patiently, as many times as it takes. Every return is sacred. Every breath is a beginning. Every pause is an offering. You are no longer trying to reach peace. You are living inside it. This peace is not the absence of thought. It is the presence of awareness. And you are that awareness. Still, soft, steady. Let this be enough. Let it be everything. Stay with it. Float with it. Rest in it. You've remembered what matters, and what matters is already here. The deeper you go into stillness, the less you need to say, the less you need to define, defend, or even understand. Because here in this space, you've entered so gently there's nothing left to protect, nothing to prove, only presence, only breath. Only this simple sacred truth: you exist, and that is enough. You are not a thought. You are not a mood. You are not your history. You are the awareness in which all of those things appear and fade. You are the sky. Everything else is weather. Let that truth settle inside you now, like warm light through a window, touching everything without needing to change a thing. Vipassana reveals this over time. The more you sit with yourself, the more you begin to see clearly. Not because you force clarity, but because the noise simply starts to fade, like fog dissolving in the morning sun. And in that clearing, you begin to see what was always there: kindness, stillness, wholeness, not outside you, within you. It's been waiting patiently, endlessly, for you to stop searching long enough to receive it. And you have. Right here. Right now. You've said yes to stillness. Even if it was hard. Even if the thoughts fought you. Even if part of you still wants to rush away. You stayed. That's the practice. That's the gift. That's the miracle. So let's rest even deeper now. Let the breath move through you like a tide. Let the stream beneath your awareness carry away what's left. Let every muscle in your body release. The tension in your brow, let it go. The weight in your chest, let it soften. The stories in your mind, let them pass like birds across a wide sky. You're not trying to make anything happen anymore. You're simply allowing what is, and what is peaceful. Maybe not loud, glowing peace, but the quiet kind. The kind that hums just beneath the surface. The kind that holds without gripping. You're resting in that peace now. You're not trying to contain it. You're letting it contain you. You are no longer the one doing. You are the one being. Stay there. In that breath. In that silence. In that homecoming. You've returned, and there's nothing more you need to carry forward. Not tonight, not now. Let it all go. Let the darkness wrap around you like a blanket. Let sleep begin to soften the edges of awareness. You've come so far by doing so little, and that is the deepest wisdom of all. Let go, let go, let go. Now the silence is no longer something you're entering. It's something you've become. It fills your limbs. It cradles your thoughts. It moves through you like breath itself, effortless, unseen, complete. You are not meditating anymore. You are resting in meditation. The distinction is subtle but powerful. You are no longer reaching toward peace. You are peace. There's no goal here. No final moment of perfection. Just breath. Just stillness, just presence unfolding. And in that unfolding, there is healing. Not the kind of healing that fixes everything, but the kind that holds it all just as it is. This is the deepest letting go, not of the world, but of the belief that you must carry it all. You don't. You never did. All you have to carry now is this breath, this softness, this sacred noticing. Feel how light you've become. The body no longer gripped, the mind no longer chasing, the spirit no longer divided. Everything is here. Everything is one. This breath, this stillness, this now. And if the mind returns with a story, a worry, a question, a memory, greet it gently. Welcome it like an old friend, and let it pass like a breeze. No resistance, no holding, just breath, just space. This is your practice now. Not effort, but allowing. Not control, but surrender. Not progress, but presence. And it's working. Even if you don't feel it all the time. Even if your mind says otherwise. Because peace is not measured in how quiet your thoughts are, but in how kindly you return to yourself again. And again. And again. You've done that tonight. You've returned over and over to this breath, to this body, to this sacred moment. So let yourself rest in it now, fully, without resistance, without needing to prove anything. Let the sound of the stream remind you you are part of something steady, something natural, something beyond understanding. You are not separate from peace. You are not separate from life. You are not separate from love. You are it. Let yourself float in that knowing now. Let it hold you like soft water. Let it rock you like a lullaby made of breath. You've let go beautifully. And you are still letting go even now. Not by doing anything, but by being. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too much. You are whole. You are here. You are home. You've come so far quietly, not by force, not by pushing, but by softening, by listening, by staying. And in that softness, you've remembered something most people forget, that peace isn't outside of you. It's not waiting at the end of a journey. It's here, now, inside the breath you're taking in this very moment. That breath, this breath, is enough. Feel how your body responds, how it loosens just a little more, how even your bones seem to sigh. The tension has left the room. Only presence remains. And in this presence, you've become the calm you were seeking. Not just a quiet person in a loud world, but the quiet itself. That quiet doesn't need to explain itself. It doesn't need to fix or solve or change. It simply is. And so are you. In this final stretch of the night, you don't need to hold any more stories. You don't need to question whether you're doing it right. You are doing it right because you're here, breathing, present, aware. That's all it takes. Let the stream in the background carry away the last bits of thought. Let the darkness outside hold you like the womb of the universe. Let the warmth of your own body comfort you. You are being restored, not through effort, but through surrender. You've let go of needing to control. Let go of needing to be perfect. Let go of the endless chase. And now, you rest, fully, deeply, with no one watching, no one judging, just you and the breath and this moment. Tonight, you've done more than meditate. You've returned to yourself, returned to your center, returned to that still sacred place where peace was waiting all along. You didn't have to find it. You only had to stop running from it. So rest in it now. Let it wrap around you like a second skin. Let it soak into your bones. Let it hum through your being like a silent song. You are no longer carrying the world. You are floating in it. You are one with it. And that is enough. Let the night continue. Let your breath continue. Let your awareness dissolve gently into the arms of sleep. You've earned this stillness. You've remembered the way. Now just be. No more more effort, no more words, just silence, just presence, just peace. You're home. And now, beloved friend, we begin to descend. Let everything begin to soften like moonlight fading into dawn. Let your thoughts slow to a gentle ripple. Let your breath become so quiet, it feels like the earth itself is exhaling through you. You've stayed with yourself, and that is no small thing. Most people run. You didn't. You sat, you breathed, you listened, even when it wasn't easy, especially then. That's what makes you strong. Not how loud you are, not how certain you feel, but how gently you return to the quiet place inside that always welcomes you. You've let go tonight, more than once, in ways seen and unseen. And maybe you'll wake tomorrow feeling a little lighter, or maybe not. Either way, this practice stays with you, in your cells, in your steps, in the silence you now carry within you. You don't need to remember every word. You don't need to hold on to anything. Just trust this something inside you shifted, softened, opened, and that is enough. So as your night deepens and your breath becomes the only story, let this final thought remain. You are okay. You are enough. You are held. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for your presence, your patience, your trust. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a peaceful night.